Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial on the Magnific AI video generator. Okay, in this tutorial I want to show you exactly how this works, what you can do with it, and most importantly what models are available and how you can configure them to get the best results. So guys, let's go for it, and just remember that in order to use this you're gonna need like a paid subscription, so you can just go to your price and tiers and you can check, but the minimum you're gonna need is the essential one, okay, which is gonna be 8 to 6 euros a month, or depending if you do it yearly or monthly. So as you can see, we're in the main dashboard, and what I want to focus on is on video generator. Okay, so we're just gonna click in here, and this sort of menu is gonna open. We're gonna have our settings menu in the left and our output menu on the right. So guys, the absolute best feature of the Magnific video panel is the multi-model picker dashboard. You're no longer locked into one AI architecture. Instead, you're going to choose the model that is going to fit your specific shots requirements. So for example, we're just going to open the model menu. We're going to click on all models. And as you can see, there's so many of them, so many. So I'm now going to give you some general guidelines on what models to use depending on the situation. So guys, for high concept narrative work, require advanced depth and complex environmental physics, I could go for something from OpenAI. For example, OpenAI Sora 2 Pro. The thing with this model is that this is going to spend, quite a lot of credits, to be fair with you. Maybe probably it's one of the most expensive. Actually, I think it's the most expensive. So yeah. On the other hand, if your scenes requires pinpoint accuracy with camera angles, smooth transitions, and multimodal text and image assets, I could go for something like Kling 3.0 Omni, okay, which is going to be the same price as Kling 3.0, but it's going to do something more of a realistic kind of thing, okay, and the other one can be used more for animation and illustrations. And also guys, Kling 3.0 Omni has audio, okay, while Kling 3.0 doesn't. And if you're looking for fast, show-still-first creative tests or lightweight marketing animations where you want to produce ideas rapidly before spending premium rendering tokens, I could select something from C-Dance. So you have the 2.0, but that is way too expensive. I could go for either, 2.0 Fast or 1.5 Pro. In my opinion, 2.0 Fast is going to be better. So guys, remember, matching your creative goal to the specific backend is the absolute foundation of an efficient pipeline, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be wasting credits like crazy on Sora 2 Pro, and that's going to, remove your credits so fast, you're going to be running out of them, and you're not going to be able to use this anymore. So guys, we're going to start with this, and we're just going to give this like a prompt. Okay, as you can see, we have a camera angle kind of going out. What a volcanic, embers is going to float upwards. Okay, so this is our prompt. And text to video is going to work fine and it's fantastic, especially for quick concepts. But if you want real professional control, that's going to actually require you to have like an image to video workflow. Okay. And one of the ways that I found it's most easy to actually add an image is by doing add on your keyboard, and you can add an image. Okay, and even a video, but I think image is best. So by just clicking here, that's gonna take you to this button where you have your history, and you can also upload an image from your computer or even take a photo from your webcam, okay, in case you have like a sketch or something like that, you can do this. So when you're basically writing your motion prompt, I could only describe the camera speed and the environmental behaviors. As you can see, I'm describing how the camera is gonna move and what the environment looks like. Okay, but I'm gonna let the image, or in this case, well, the rest of the prompt or the AI imagination handle my characters. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a character in here of an image that I created previously, which is gonna be like this guy here. Okay, and I'm gonna click on add. Okay, I'm gonna say use this as my character. All right. Not only that, but you can add multiple shots, okay? So in this case, it's going to be like a one-shot clip, but you can add multiple shots by clicking on this plus icon and literally do exactly the same thing, but with the other shot. And guys, if you want to start like a start image and an end image, that's going to be very helpful as well. And you can add it by clicking in here or in here. In general, you can add any kind of media such as sound, videos, things like that by clicking in here too. And the start frame and the end frame are going to be very useful for like complex transitions and things like that. Okay, and what this is going to do is that you're instructing Magnific's underlying temporal models to compute the morphing path of the camera pan required to travel from point A to point B. Okay, and this is how you basically direct complex tracking shots. But for this, you also have to make sure that your prompt clearly explains the action happening during the transition, such as a continuous camera pullback or an environmental match cat. And if you do these two things already, that's going to prevent from erratic or sudden visual jumps halfway through the timeline. So I'm just going to click on generate now. Just make sure to select the appropriate duration of the video. In my case, it's going to be short, 6 to 9, and I'm going to select audio on. Okay. And of course, guys, depending on you have audio on or off, that's going to cost you more credits or less. But this is because I'm selecting the auto model, which basically is going to pick the best model with these features. Okay, it's going to try to pick up between the best model. This is not something that I recommend, by the way. I actually recommend you choose between your own models. This is going to be the most efficient time of your credits or the most efficient use of your credits. Never let Magnific actually use the auto model because they might want to trick you into spending more credits than needed, okay? But just for the purpose, I'm going to do this. So let's go. And just a quick comment on this, you have to be patient because videos can take up to 3 to 5 minutes depending on the model you're using, the number of credits, and the queue that you are in. Okay, so guys, as you can see, this was generated. It only took like a couple of minutes. I'm going to turn the audio off, excuse me. And this is how it looks. The audio looks actually pretty fine. I know you cannot hear it, but it looks pretty good, like some kind of epic music. And this is the model that I use, okay? And this is why I'm warning you about, not using the auto setting because it's using a model that I don't actually like, which is Happy Horse, okay? So always use your own model, guys. And now, well, you're not finished here because as you can see, the video quality is a little bit low in my opinion, but that's probably because of the model. It's not actually Magnific's fault. It's my fault because of using this model or the auto setting. But what you can do is you can use the video and you can use it as a reference for some kind of other video. So something that I like to use is, creating a very cheap sketch using a very cheap AI model and then using this video as reference for a more complex thing. What you can also do is you can click on Upscale. This is probably the most interesting feature. And you can use Magnific upscaling models to kind of upscale this, okay? However, you have to keep in mind that this is going to cost you probably about 3,000 credits, which in my case is quite a lot. It's probably like a third of the monthly quota, which is too much for this. So I'm not going to show you actually how it looks like, but just with the image upscaler settings, you have two models. You have the creative and the precision. This is going to include some hallucinations, which in this case might be good because the video is not so good quality. So I'm probably going to use creative with this video because I wanted to reinvent it and make it look much better than what it looks like. And precision is going to preserve most of the details but in higher quality. Okay, so if you have something very good already, just use precision. But if you want to introduce some more like cool stuff, just use creative. And you can select between Magnific and Topac. Okay, I'm gonna go with Magnific. You can select the different presets, animation 3D, artistic, so on, and the output resolution. Okay. And actually, if I were you, before clicking in here, I could click on dual frame preview, and that's gonna make sure that you get like a preview of the whole video at a fraction of the credits. Okay, that's only going to cost you like basically a sixth of the credits, okay, which is pretty good. And that way you can see if it's worth it or if you want to adjust some more settings or not. So when you're ready to download and your video is looking good and pretty, just click on the download icon from here. Okay, that's easily going to download in MP4, but I think some models also have the option to download in other formats. Okay, so yeah. Oh guys, and something very important I forgot to mention is these two modes in the Upscaler. You have the FPS boost and the turbo mode. So what the FPS boost is going to do is going to toggle it to inject intermediate optical flow frames for that silky smooth cinematic motion. Okay, this might include some artifacts as you can see, but it's going to double basically the frame rate to 48 frames per second. But that's going to cost you also more credits. So, if you really want that cinematic, silky, smooth motion, use it, but that's going to cost you more credits and it might introduce some artifacts. So you're going to have to play around with this setting. But I think it's worth it. And also you have your turbo mode, which is going to reduce slightly the number of credits, actually by a lot, by almost 1,000. Okay, but it's going to reduce the quality a little bit. So depending on what you're doing, if it's more something like a quick marketing thing, you might want to enable this, and that's gonna save you a lot of money. Okay, but yeah, that was pretty much it for the tutorial. Okay, as you can see, this is pretty complete, and the learning curve is very steep. But at the same time, you have so many options. So just go along with it and use it because you're really gonna enjoy this. Thank you so much.